Fleet Week is coming back to New York City. Military and city leaders are announcing the official return of the event right now. Let's go to it.
Start with remarks from Frank, from Chief of Staff for Mayor Adams and Marine Corps veteran Frank Carone.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you so much for those remarks. It's a great privilege to be here. It truly is. And let me just start by saying that New Yorkers have a deep appreciation for those who defend the freedom we treasure. And there is no better way than to honor it than a return to Fleet Week. This Memorial Day, our city will once again host the iconic celebration honoring the United States Navy, the Coast Guard, and the Marine Corps. This year, Fleet Week not only marked the beginning of summer, but also New York's continued recovery from the pandemic. Mayor Adams and I are proud to welcome our servicemen and women back to our city. We salute their courage and dedication to defending our nation, as well as our shared American values of freedom, equality, and justice for all. As a Marine 30 pounds ago, and now Chief of Staff, I know just how much teamwork goes into protecting those values, and how much teamwork goes into keeping the greatest city in the world running smoothly, solving problems, and getting stuff done. The Sea Services hold a very special place in our history and in our hearts. Whether we're talking about the Brooklyn Navy Yard, where New Yorkers built the ships that helped win World War II, or the role the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard played during 9/11, Hurricane Sandy, the pandemic, your service simply knows no bounds. You were there when we needed you, like always, and New York City will always be there for you. Today, New York City is home to some 56,000 active servicemen and women, as well as 210,000 retired veterans and their families. New York City will always stand with its veterans, who remind us what service is truly about. So much of what makes New York great, our diversity, our tolerance, our independence, would not be possible had it not been for your sacrifices. Right now, people halfway around the globe are giving their lives in battle for the freedom we enjoy right now. We honor their bravery and salute their sacrifices as they defend their homeland, their families, and their children. We are reminded that freedom certainly is not free. New Yorkers will never take our freedom for granted. New York City will always be a place that welcomes those who defend their values. On behalf of the mayor and 8.8 million New Yorkers, God bless our armed services and God bless the United States. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Frank. Now we will hear from a New York native. He's from upstate, but we claim him, and commander of the Navy's Mid-Atlantic Command, Rear Admiral Chip Rock.
Well, good morning. In my current capacity, I get the privilege of coming back to New York quite frequently, and I used to tell everyone here that I'm from New York, and then I'd get questioned, and they'd realize I'm really not from New York. I'm from the state of New York, but it still feels like home. So thank you very much this morning. Mr. Carone, Commissioner Hendon, it really is an absolute honor to be here today. On behalf of the Navy, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard team, we are thrilled, absolutely thrilled to return to New York to showcase your sea services. You know, when the USNS Comfort arrived here in New York a little less than 2 years ago to support the city during COVID-19, there was one sentiment that came to mind over and over again. And I think that sentiment defines this city and its resilience. This city harnesses this unique grit, this determination to see through challenges and struggles and to find solutions. New Yorkers have always found a way to come together and always found a way forward. And this is why we are so excited to move forward with the city once again and play a part of this resilience. This Memorial Day, we will return to Staten Island, Manhattan, and Brooklyn with 11 ships and over 3,000 sailors, Marines, and Coast Guard men and women. We're ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic to come back to New York and to honor Memorial Day weekend with you. From the USNS Comfort mission and beyond, we look forward to continuing to build our relationship with the City of New York and its wonderful citizens. I'd also be remiss if I didn't thank those that were involved in making Fleet Week New York a possibility. From the police department to New York Fire Department to the port authorities and many community partners, to include the intrepid USO and Navy League who are with us today. We couldn't be more grateful for your help, your participation, and more important, your hospitality and friendship that make Fleet Week 2022 a possibility. Thank you very much.
Before we call up Dave from the Intrepid, just want to also acknowledge Commissioner Lou Molina from the Department of Corrections, who's also a service member, who is a Marine, who is with us in spirit. He's out sick today, but he does send his regards. Just want to acknowledge Commissioner Molina. And that being said, we'll now hear from the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum Executive Vice President David Winters. All right, no, David is with us in spirit today, too. All right, next, we're going to hear from Fred Dixon, President and CEO of New York & Company.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Commissioner Hendon. It is an honor to be here to share this podium with my distinguished colleagues from government and the Rear Admiral. Welcome to New York, sir. Welcome back. On behalf of New York City's tourism industry, I'm pleased to be here today alongside the Mayor's Office, the New York City Department of Veterans Services, and the U.S. Navy to jointly announce the return of Fleet Week to New York City. We are approaching 4 decades of this beloved event here in our great city, one of the most anticipated events of the year, which serves as an unparalleled opportunity to witness firsthand the latest U.S. capabilities, and for New Yorkers and visitors alike to meet some of the sailors, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen who protect our nation. I'd like to add our deep gratitude on behalf of the tourism industry to the U.S. military and service personnel, both veteran and active duty, for your service, as we look forward to welcoming the thousands of servicemen and women of the Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard back into our city in May for this multi-day event. Now, needless to say, big events like Fleet Week are vital to New York City's economy, and you heard Frank reference that earlier. And this event is symbolic proof that the city's recovery is underway. And I'm proud to say that the 5 boroughs are ready to welcome them back. And in fact, are already welcoming visitors back in increasing numbers week over week. So we're going to be ready. 2022 is expected to represent the robust return of visitors for both business and leisure, and we have been messaging the vitality and welcoming spirit of New Yorkers across the nation and around the world as we restart the engine of tourism. Supporting hundreds of thousands of jobs, tourism and hospitality are one of the backbones of New York City's economy. We thank the U.S. Navy, the Marines, and the Coast Guard for their confidence in our city and for making our shores a pivotal destination for this tour once again, which will help further draw visitors back to the 5 boroughs in May. We are bullish about the rest of this year's outlook for tourism, and events like Fleet Week help underscore this optimism and affirm New York City as a premier stage for world-class events and a community, as Frank and the Mayor are often saying, where big things are done. We are incredibly excited to see Fleet Week return into our harbor, into our waterfront, and to welcoming these important visitors for what has become the real kickoff to summer and Memorial Day weekend. We've missed you, and we were glad to welcome Fleet Week back home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fred. You know, going beyond the people on these steps and beyond the approximately 200,000 veterans who live in the city and the 8.85 million people who call New York City home, all of us are through the moon to see Fleet Week return this year. It'll be from Thursday, May 26th through Tuesday, May 31st. For more details about Fleet Week, please visit nycgo.com, or you can Google NYC Go Fleet Week. Also, if you are an NYC veteran or a family member of a veteran and you need any assistance, any support, please reach out to us at the New York City Department of Veterans Services. Our phone number is 212-416-5250. It's 212-416-5250. The website is nyc.gov/vets. It's nyc.gov/vets. Email address is connect@veterans.nyc.gov, connect@veterans.nyc.gov, and our social media handle is @NYC Veterans. It is @NYC Veterans. We appreciate you so much for being here today. We're happy to take any questions at this time. Thank you. All right, that concludes this event. Thank you so much, everyone.